as I move through the jungle, the mighty jungle, I am searching for the elusive You Were Saying podcast. If you'll remain quiet, we might be able to find them as they go about their conversation. They are often given away by their song of
My wife.
His wife.
Wait, there they are. Let's see if we can get in closer and introduce yourselves. You there, small man, what is your name?
I am Paul.
Who are your friends, Paul?
I'm Dasco.
I'm a 9/11 reference.
Oof.
Would you mind if I came in and joined you for one of your episodes as we discuss the best narrator of all time?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Well, fantastic. Well, found them. My name is James, and we're going to be talking about the best narrator of all time.
Oh.
I'm
good
a
intro.
start.
Yep.
Oh.
Sir
knew you would.
David Attenborough.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Oh.
Yeah, he
We
jumps
went
right
different
in there.
directions.
Yeah.
Sir David
I didn't even
Attenborough.
think about him.
As of,
Really?
No.
Okay.
as of recording, still alive.
Yes.
Ooh.
As of May 30th.
Yeah, please give it a date because it might be tomorrow.
As of May 30th. Still kicking.
Fuck, if he dies tomorrow and we fucking did
How old
this,
is he? 98?
He's old. He's old.
he is one fight away from pushing his soul out.
He's
He's rocking Stan Lee numbers.
yeah.
That's fucking Stanley
I'm pretty
numbers.
sure that his brother is the guy that played Alex Hammond
Yes.
in Jurassic Park.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Ironically, watched that today.
You
Fun
watched
fact,
Jurassic Park?
2 is too young.
Too
For
young?
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, weirdly.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. I reckon
Okay.
anyone at this table could
Actually-
have told you that.
Shit, I actually found out I had a video pop up on my feed today, and it was essentially David Attenborough was one of the facts,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
was
yeah.
like the passage of time, essentially fucking you
Passage.
up,
Passage
and it
of
was
time.
like Charlie Chaplin
Yeah.
was still alive when Apple was founded.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, interesting. Right.
When Oxford University was built, the Aztecs were still around.
Yeah. There's some
It's
really
like
weird ones.
heaps of them, and I'm
That's
like,
yeah.
wild.
it's like fucked. And like when Star Wars was first released, they were still using the guillotine.
Yeah, I think the last
Yeah.
public execution in France was like 1978 or something.
So
Oh.
weird.
They might bring it back.
Yeah.
The French
Well,
are
I mean,
those guys.
England's bringing back
the-
national
Prestige
service.
it.
So
Well,
I was gonna say-
prestige
they
it.
bring out a solid
to be
gold
fair,
guillotine.
The moment you have celebrities saying "let them eat cake" at
Yeah.
the Met Gala,
Oh, that
no
was so
shit.
out of touch. So
Like,
out of
the
touch.
guillotine challenge.
Oh, my God.
Oh my god! I
A
think
little off the top.
Oh.
So, Dusko, how's my intro? Were you
your
happy
intro
with
was
that?
great. I
Thank
I
you.
loved
Okay.
it. I think you'd make
Handbrake
a
applied.
really, really good narrator.
Okay.
I think like if David Attenborough were to like sadly pass away, mad respects in the future.
Kiki.
Kiki, big up the Attenborough.
Big ups, David Attenborough.
Big ups, personal narrator.
David Attenborough, what is this thing?
Is that a rhino?
David Attenborough, where's my beer can?
Oh.
It's the easiest way to do a Jamaican accent
Yeah.
is beer can. Yeah, beer can.
Yeah, gun.
I could teach you how to speak
But no,
Irish
like I
with
reckon
4
that you
words.
should 100% like try out to be
Oh,
like the
okay.
next David Attenborough. I
And
think
then
you'd-
send us that file also, please.
So now that you're talking, who are you choosing?
I don't want to go second.
You go in
I
second.
don't want him to go second.
Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
Damn,
Yes.
you guys went interesting ways.
Yes.
I'm so curious where you
I'm
went
really-
now.
I
Yeah.
tunnel visioned. I think from what
Okay.
I'm on. I got 4 on my list.
I've got a few
and
backups.
none of those guys are on it.
But
All right.
I thought someone was going to go before me and literally pick Morgan Freeman.
You would have been safe,
Yeah.
sir.
He was my second choice, yeah.
Yeah, he
All
was.
right. Paulie boy.
Paulie Shaw.
Guys, I'm going to go with the narrator from George of the Jungle.
Can you tell me his name?
the narrator.
The actor.
Oh, I've met the actor.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, one of
What?
the girls I used to work with, her dad is the narrator from George of the Jungle.
See, when you said I've met the actor, I thought you met Brendan Fraser, and I was really excited.
No.
I wish.
But that's okay.
Have
No,
you
that's
seen that
still
you can
pretty good.
buy a record of the soundtrack from the Whale movie? And it's just a blown out picture of Brendan Fraser's face as the whale.
That's pretty funny.
That's rude, but very funny.
That's
I
not
do
rude.
like
It's a
that.
great film.
So, well,
Keith Scott, by the way. Keith Scott is the
Keith
actor who is
Scott.
the
Keith Scott.
narrator.
okay.
I haven't watched. I'm gonna have to watch George of the
You
Jungle.
arguing with the
great.
narrator.
It's
It's
such
a good
great
movie. Good narrator.
Mm.
Funny. And one of the first times I can remember being a young lad at the time of someone breaking the fourth wall to me.
Yeah, okay,
That
that's
wasn't
fair.
like
That's
Play
fair.
School.
Yeah, fair.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
They break the fourth wall all the time on Play School.
The guides are the ones who keep
Yeah, they're
breaking
like,
the
he
law.
starts like, they are unknowingly what do you mean?
Yeah.
I just thought it was quite funny.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that was the direction I went immediately.
Interesting.
Liam.
You're not the host.
Sorry.
Okay, so now that we've all chosen, let's start going
Okay.
around.
Okay.
Wait, who are we
That's
talking to? Liam isn't here. It's the 9/11 reference today.
Oh, yes. All right.
What is the 9/11
Inappropriate
It's me.
reference.
Ka-chow.
Who's your choose?
Oh, I've got another joke there, but I won't say that one.
Okay.
I'm choosing Ron Perlman in Fallout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good
Okay.
call.
I'm choosing the one thing that could have made Fallout the TV show a 9 instead of an 8 for me.
Ron Perlman.
Just War Never Changes. Would have been great.
Yeah.
Or Ron Perlman just being a
Ron
guy.
Perlman needs to do
I
it.
have to say though, after watching like Fallout, like I think I'm about 3/4 of the way through
Mm.
on my unspecified number of watches. But it
You're starting new runs each
if
time.
it isn't, if you take all the video game references out of it,
Yeah.
it is an okay TV
Yeah,
show.
I agree.
It is an amazing adaptation of a video game. The like essentially people actually going, hey,
I agree.
going to not only just like, oh yeah, I've played one of the games, but like essentially people that have gone, I've actually like dived pretty deep into it and
Yeah.
put a little bit of thought into things. But as a TV show, it's
There's a lot of it that's very unique to the Fallout universe that they touch on, but there's also so much that they don't even like pay attention to.
yeah.
The Pip Boy, for example,
Yeah.
is barely fucking looked
Yeah.
at. It's just like, oh,
This is the
first
thing.
episode. There you go.
But
There it
I
is.
do like
Fuck off now.
the choices of actors that they picked for each of the characters
I
is
agree.
actually
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
well done.
If Walton Goggins doesn't get nominated for the group,
Oh, he's really
then that is
Oh, he's great.
theft.
He is great.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Well,
he's the best part of the
Did
show.
you see the interview where he woke up in the trailer in Namibia? I think when they were filming one of the scenes,
Where?
and they filmed some of the desert scenes in Namibia. I can't say it properly.
Namibia.
I can't say it. It's like Golo.
Welcome to Namibia.
Say it correctly.
Namibia.
And we'll move on.
Namibia.
Nambia. Nambia. There you go.
Yeah, perfect.
There we go.
Yeah. But no, he essentially was doing this interview and he's like, oh, we're doing all this stuff out in the desert and everything like that. And he went to sleep in between shoots and he had the
Cool
makeup on.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
all of a sudden he was dehydrated, all that
Yeah,
kind of
shit.
shit. And then woke up and the first thing he saw was that in the in the mirror because he still had the prosthetics and shit on.
Oh my
And he
God.
apparently just woke up and shit his pants like scared.
That would scare the hell out of you.
Oh, no nose. I'm fucking in my Voldemort. What the fuck?
I want to know. I do want to see some behind the scenes. I want to see how they did his nose.
Yeah.
Blue
'Cause that was.
screen.
I think it's
Pretty
Huh?
sure it's blue screen.
yeah, it's blue
Oh,
screen.
so they
Yeah.
just took a
Yeah.
blue.
They did the like
Everything else is
cutout
just
thing.
done, but his
Yeah.
nose is just
Well,
normal.
the
Okay, that makes sense.
one that I have to say though is I really want to find someone who has a subscription to it. I don't even know where the fuck it is. I want to see the behind the scenes for How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey because
Interesting.
That'd be loose.
That suit looks terrifying
It's
to
a
me.
it's a there's someone made a documentary about it because I can't remember the film company that made the film. It might have been Universal or something like that. But essentially, when they made the movie, they had all the the BTS shit for it,
Yeah.
Mm.
and they literally said no. They sealed everything away,
Good.
and then all of a sudden they went, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we've still got
okay.
all this stuff." And then they went, "Can we like have this?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure. It's been that long." But apparently, Jim Carrey gets to the point where is it Man in the Moon, that other film he did where he went
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
went over the
He
rails?
lost
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
This
yeah.
one, he went fucking full
Yeah, right.
Jared Leto, like fucking mental. Was
Oh,
like,
he did a bad job.
yeah,
That's not good.
Like no, like as in
How
like
dare you?
when
He was good in one movie.
He was good in that one movie.
no, well, like the way they
Dallas
put it
Buyers Club.
was imagine putting a man that is that little bit mentally unstable, and for more than half of his day, for a whole entire year, he is slowly being covered with all of this prosthetics and shit.
Yeah.
And they had to take him to people to essentially train him what it's like to survive being buried alive, because they had his face like glued shut for hours on end because they were trying to get the prosthetics, and he
Yeah,
just
cool.
lost
You
it.
would lose it. That's fair.
Yeah.
It was
Would be
Universal,
very
by the way.
unpleasant.
Oh,
If you're
interesting.
wondering.
So who's 9/11 picking?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Right, I forgot. Ron Perlman.
Yeah,
Ron
he chose
Perlman.
I
one.
did
Yeah.
pick. Sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
God.
just did a fresh run for a second. I forgot we started.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just
You
just
can-
so
you can
happy to
bust,
be here
yeah.
with these guys. I just love it.
War never changes.
All right. Well,
Fun
what?
fact:
Yeah.
after Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, the first Fallout game to not have Ron Perlman voiceover was the shit one,
76?
76,
Wow.
because they said they didn't need him.
Or Fallout Shelter probably
How'd
as
that
well.
go, Todd?
Well, the
Oh, if
problem-
you want to see how well it went, go and watch my Twitch stream where I gave up twitching after fucking playing that game.
It just works.
well,
It just works.
That's because he would have been an NPC, and there were no NPCs in
Ugh.
Fallout 76.
Who went
That's right.
after seeing the show, like essentially being announced? Who went back and played Fallout?
I thought about
I
it.
played
I
it.
went
I
back.
played it since
I've
I
started
played.
playing it
I
since
played all
finishing.
the.
Yeah.
I never played Fallout 4, so I'm playing it now.
Fallout 4 is like the gameplay's a bit better,
it is
in my opinion.
better,
but
but everything else is shit.
I had a really rough time with Fallout 4, and I don't blame the game, but I can't go back now. I bought it at launch,
I bought it at launch
which
as
is
well.
always
yeah.
a
Never buy it.
Bethesda issue.
Never buy
See,
Bethesda.
I
How many
love-
stories do we
see,
have of that?
I
Oh.
love. Everyone goes, I hate games that aren't like finished, all this other kind of shit.
Anthem.
But the amount of fun.
Oh, just you wait.
Oh,
Have I got a fucking story for you? So, Diamond City.
Yep.
Guess what isn't accessible in my game?
the
Diamond City.
Diamond City. Guess what you need to progress the story?
Diamond City.
Diamond
Oh,
City.
Diamond City.
Oof.
Guess what gets really boring after a while?
Diamond
Doing
City?
shit
Oh.
way over leveled for you.
Yeah.
Hey, just go to Diamond City. There's a trader at Diamond City to get a new gun. Oh, cool. Awesome. Main stories in Diamond City. All my side quests, Diamond City.
Yeah.
Rough.
No, but like,
Hey, do you want some cool stuff for your dog? Diamond City.
See, like-
Fuck you.
I went back and they added, so like I've 100%ed Fallout 4.
Mhm.
Like I painstakingly went through, got everything, found everything, got all the extra
Yeah,
weapons,
cool.
all that kind of shit. And then when I saw that when they were bringing out the TV show, they were going to bring out this extra content that they put in. They added new weapons, quests,
Okay.
and they reintroduced the
kinda cool.
Enclave
Yeah.
into Fallout 4. And I was like, sweet, this would be a fun way to get back into it. So I was like, fuck it. There's no achievements for it. So I just went, I'm just going to add a whole bunch of mods in and just play with modded
Yeah, okay.
Fallout. Before I started playing it, they're like, "Oh, the community mod shit is down for the moment because we're
Oh, yeah.
redoing it because they're doing the upscale."
Oh, no, our paid mods.
So no, well, they were doing like what they actually did, and the moment I did the update, I was like, "Oh fuck, this is actually really good." They pretty much updated it to have next gen graphics. So they
Yeah, okay.
so they had like a performance mode, all this other kinds of shit and everything. But I played it before they updated it, and they put all of these extra weapons in, but 75% of the player base, their game didn't install the sprites or images for the weapons.
God,
So
Bethesda.
that's
you're,
right.
you're holding your hand out like this, and every time you're shooting the giant red stop
yeah,
sign
yeah.
for the for
That's funny.
for it
That's
not
funny.
The
found.
missing asset.
And
That's funny.
so
all of a sudden,
funny.
I'm walking through the city and I can see these giant X's flying out of the city. I'm like, oh, someone's got a new gun. I want that.
That's really funny.
It turns out it
brilliant.
was a baseball launcher. It was just shooting baseballs at me.
My God.
Well, isn't there like just in terms of like weird sprites and just game assets? Isn't there like a pineapple asset in Counter Strike? But if they delete it, the entire game just does not work
Yeah.
for some reason, and they don't know why.
I didn't know that. No.
So
yeah,
it was
Counter Strike 1,
Yeah.
and it was like in the actual, like
Oh,
if you dig into
interesting.
the game file, somewhere buried deep is just like pineapple.jpg. And even they've come out and they're like, why pineapple? Like, there's no pineapples in the game.
Yeah.
And we're like, we've got put in
We
the
don't know.
repository, and if we remove it, the game stops working. and we
was-
don't know why.
It's been in there since
That's
the beginning. Like
wild.
what they speculate is that someone who was on the original dev team put it in there as essentially the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And all it's doing is
okay.
updating the game engine.
right.
But the thing is, though, is that when they were doing patches, they never consolidated this one JPEG. So if they
Right.
get it to remove, it essentially does
breaks
like
the tree.
it just destroys all the way back to
Right.
zero.
So
God.
funny.
That's fucked.
But no.
Yeah.
Got a little
Love
kill
that.
switch in your game. So,
Hi.
well, why did you choose Ron Perlman?
Because his voice is very specific.
Good.
You recognize him instantly.
Mhm.
And his effect on the Fallout series, I think, is beneficial.
Just because he says war never changes.
He does say a lot more than that. You should try the games.
War
I
never
played them.
changes.
I have the audio off.
You have okay. That's a great way to play an RPG, by the way. You
It
should
is.
definitely do that.
I've got subtitles.
Oh, the fun joke. So I said to James I was going to do a joke, and then I just didn't.
You pussed out.
No, I just couldn't find, and I probably could have asked Ask over this. James messages me today, and he's like, "Hey, I need some soft jungle for my
Soft junk.
for my intro." And what I was going to do is I was going to go and get like
Oh,
you
jungle
fuck.
drum and
Right.
bass.
That actually would have been very funny.
I need some light jungle.
So
That's really funny.
So
Actually.
you have no idea how much jungle and jungle drum and bass, or just drum and bass, because jungle is a subsection of genre. But
I
anyways,
thought drum and bass is a subsection of jungle. Didn't jungle come
I
first?
think Jungle came first.
No one plays
it's
jungle anymore.
actually it's a thing of its own.
Yeah, so I came first.
Top lane.
What is
personally.
sorry? What
Top lane.
What is the
Support.
the genre of EDM music that made a breakthrough out of Britain and was sent underground? What is jungle? No, it's drum and bass.
Drum and bass.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that. Son of a bitch.
But no, like jungle. I realized that I
So
could have.
sorry.
I have that much. I have the one from the Tarzan, George of the Jungle you're thinking of. I have one from the original Disney
Charleston tune.
Sorry, what are we
Tarzan,
talking about?
the jungle music. I have all the different jungle
music,
tracks.
not jungle.
No,
Not
I
jungle
have,
music?
I have other jungle stuff.
We got like this.
You don't
we got
listen to
this-
jungle
we got
music?
This bullshit. Wrong one. We have that, so we're good.
Yeah,
What
there we
about
go.
jungle music though?
Jungle.
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 music.
No, never mind.
So why did you choose George of the Jungle, dude?
I think it's a different little spin on the narrator.
You
If
didn't think of our spin. Fuck you.
Huh?
You didn't think of this.
Well, I didn't. What do you mean?
You said the whole time when James picked, we've all picked very different directions.
Yeah. No, I'm talking specifically inside the world of George of the Jungle.
Okay.
You have the narrator, and for me, it stands out as like a fun breaking of the mold where, at the time, it was like, 1997.
Mhm.
I'd seen things with narrators. It wasn't a new concept to me, but all of a sudden, you now have the narrator verbally attacking the antagonists in a movie and the antagonists responding. And to me, I think that's just absolutely hilarious.
absolutely.
See, my backup was going to be Matt Berry.
Shit, yeah.
Very big
But-
one, yeah.
The only thing is, though, is
You appear to be
the
a
only,
woman.
He's quite
the
new
only
as
one
well.
he is actually being accredited to narrating is that one that you sent to
The
show.
SNL
The SNL skit of him
Thomas the
doing
Tank Engine.
the Thomas the Tank Engine shit. That is literally he does like
Fuck you.
like the readings of books and everything like that, but from his TV show he does a lot of voiceover
Yeah.
work, and I was like, is that nitpicking that he's playing a
Oh,
narrator?
Toast
but
of
he's not-
London.
Yeah,
I mean, that's interesting.
Yeah, no, I'd pay it.
yeah, but like.
I'll tell you some of my backups.
But Matt Berry was like, I was like, how? I'll get to it when it gets back to him.
Well, I had George of the Jungle.
Okay.
I had Hades.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. yeah.
I had Portal 2. Just because it's a
Yeah,
bit
no,
weird.
that's a really good one.
Yeah.
But I also had Goodfellas.
Okay.
Okay.
Ray Liotta in Goodfellas.
Yeah,
'Cause
interesting.
I thought that was quite a good performance.
Because
So-
I had
then I-
Stephen Fry as well.
For the
Fry's a
Harry
good one.
Potter books,
Yeah, and then Jeremy Irons. That was another good one
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm.
So when you started saying I've got something different, and you were playing up with something different.
I went for no one real.
See, I was expecting Claptrap.
No, no.
I hate Claptrap. That little bitch needs to die. I hate
Do you
him.
know who I legitimately thought of?
Woo.
I thought of your mother reading you a childhood book.
My mum don't
Jodie
read.
Hazelhurst when she reads "Go the fuck to sleep." That killed so many kids' dreams. That was funny though.
It's a very specific reference. Cheers. Yeah,
Yes.
that's why it was funny.
Yeah, if you're not Australian,
It was
you do
like
not
it was
get this
like that. It
reference.
was like
Just
that
don't
one that
worry
you
about
sent
it.
us of that chick doing the fucking
Whoa.
introspective
Oh.
of the fucking play school. You sent us that video and it was
Oh
like,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
it's just
The,
like
the movie reviewer.
Yeah,
from
and she
ABC.
just did the whole thing
is
about
that
hey,
Margaret at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
movies?
Margaret.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and she
yeah,
did
yeah.
preschool, play school, and she's like, "Oh yeah, if you want to get your kids to learn how to make a bong and all this other kinds of
Yeah.
shit," and I'm like,
She's
"Fuck,
done
that
some
is
sassy stuff. She
Oh.
had
Oh,
a
she's
crack at
very
keeping up
funny.
with the Kardashians, and it was brutal. It was very funny.
Yeah, very good show.
But those are my. I was gonna put House. I did have House of Cards, but then I went back and looked up some of the what I thought was the narration. It's just a monologue, which I wouldn't classify as narration.
Yeah.
Very
yeah,
good,
Yeah.
but not the topic at hand here.
no." Beauty. What are we
Let's
doing?
go.
Just dead air.
Oh, me.
Dead air.
Dead air. So Morgan Freeman.
What's he narrated?
Not only he's also Jimi Hendrix.
Them
If you put
boys, but
your alfoil cap on.
sorry.
What?
What?
Haven't you heard that? That Morgan Freeman is actually Jimi Hendrix.
I've never heard that.
What do you
Yeah,
want about
look,
now?
I'll tell you what. If you're,
Do you
if you're-
mean Lawrence Fishburne?
No. Who did I say? No. It's if you're driving in your car when you stop, but you can look it up on your phone and you can literally look. There's this massive conspiracy theory.
Sorry.
Um,
First question: why do I have to be in my car to Google
No,
shit?
no. Well, the people that are listening right now, they're about to go. Who the fuck? What the fuck is this guy doing?
How about
and
a
then-
poll? How about a poll? Where are people listening to
And then what? They're
these
listening to it in
episodes?
their car.
In the car?
And then out of nowhere,
Yeah.
I was looking through my phone, and out of nowhere, a thing popped up, and the fact that Jimi Hendrix is like when he died,
Yeah.
that was around the time that Morgan Freeman, his career started taking off.
Meow.
Yes. Jimi Hendrix.
Sorry.
Why?
Sorry, my mic wasn't working.
So good.
I'm sorry.
I was
He was
trying.
so professional.
So
I'm so sorry.
you're trying to say that Morgan Freeman is a reincarnation?
No.
of Jimi
No.
Hendrix?
He is Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, so
Jimi Hendrix had a
faked
life
his
of
death,
fame, guitar, fortune, and then
died at 27.
died at
and
27, and then
Yeah.
somehow
changed his name to Morgan Freeman.
Wouldn't Jimmy be older
Yeah, great question.
by a bit?
But how old is Morgan Freeman?
Yeah, how old
Look.
is That's just two guys, man.
That's
That's just two
That's just two
African American individuals, Dasco.
but look it up. Like he literally Morgan Freeman's career didn't take off.
That was also a picture of Denzel Washington.
It wasn't a picture of fucking dead. What do you fucking say? Training day, bitch.
It's my friend, Morgan Freeman. How are you, friend? The walls are Morgan Freeman. My little cat, Morgan Freeman, upstairs. I found you, Red.
Oh, fuck. I gotta practice my stabbing.
Let's just occasionally consult my friend Morgan Freeman over here to my right.
No, Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Jimi
Jimi
Hendrix is on the
Hendrix.
other side. They're different people.
So,
Is Morgan Freeman in the room with us right now?
So
How old is Morgan Freeman?
Jimi Hendrix
I don't
is
know.
actually 5 years younger than Morgan Freeman.
So he doesn't work.
okay,
full
yeah,
time.
He
right.
Alt F4 though, so it's different. Sorry.
Oh,
You age quicker when you.
James, it took James's head there when he said that. He was like,
I don't.
What?
I don't think it was intentional.
He
Didn't
didn't
he just
suicide.
OD? Yeah, he OD'd.
Someone else Alt F4.
overdosing is intentional. Fucking you take
No,
too
it's
much drugs.
not.
The
Hey,
window
we'll leave overdosing for another episode. Okay.
Application has stopped working.
You've got that
But no,
like
Jimi
forever
Hendrix
slow
so-
symbol.
.exe.
It's just, yeah, system.exe.
So the reason why I picked
Ding.
He deleted System 32.
so Adam, bruh, it wasn't me. You look straight at fucking me.
You stupid cunt.
We started so good, and
It
then we
was-
just
it was
slowly
me.
falling.
It was you.
We're
That's why I
slowly-
laughed. Like, God damn it.
You even
slowly
moved.
falling to pieces.
I Dasco when he did it. I was like,
I burped away from the fucking microphone.
He moved the mic closer to his
I
mouth.
just, sorry.
But no, so
Good luck cutting.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
The problem I have with David Attenborough outside the
How
realm.
dare
attacking
you?
him
Just
immediately.
wait,
How
just wait,
fucking fucking dare you.
James, calm down.
Tell us why you did Morgan Freeman first.
I'm going
and then attack him.
okay. So Morgan Freeman, the reason why I pick him, his voice is soothing.
Yep.
But also if he
I can
does
smell
those cutaways where he's walking through and like doing the talking to, and you can actually see his face like Neil deGrasse Tyson does, how like it shows the information and then it cuts to him walking through a random museum. Morgan Freeman's good to look at.
He plays a really good god in
Evan
Bruce
Almighty.
Almighty.
Bruce Almighty.
And Evan Almighty.
And Evan Almighty. You're not wrong.
The shitty spin-off.
Doesn't narrate though.
No.
Exactly. All
No,
I'm saying
just-
is got a
No,
good
he
voice.
does. He does narrate in both of them, just that little bit, like little bits and pieces. But the main reason why
not a lot.
is when this topic came up, the first reason why I jumped on Morgan Freeman and was hoping that it was
He's handsome.
going to be depicted was
man.
because I thought it was going to be like it'd go down the road of who would you most like to have narrating
narrate
your
your
life?
life.
Because if I have you ever seen a movie called Stranger Than Fiction
Yes.
with Will Ferrell?
Yes.
Like you can tell straight away that it's very shocking at first, but then he kind of goes with it towards like the midway point before he finds out that he's dying.
For a brief
Spoilers.
synopsis, he can hear the narration.
Yeah.
That's what the movie's about.
As someone across town is writing his life in a book. But no, like
I'm surprised none of you guys picked
interesting.
Stanley Parable.
Ooh.
see that I whenever I because the only reason is because that's the only one
He's
that
so
he's
funny.
done. Like that's
Yes.
the only
That's
other
still
work he's
very
done.
good.
I know.
Yeah, but the question's not
Have
who's
you
the
played
best
it yet?
narrator. No, but I watched a playthrough.
Okay.
And it was fucking
It's
hilarious.
great.
very fun.
But yeah, it's not who's the best narrator with a good body of work.
Do you
What?
watch the playthroughs that don't have anyone talking? Like whoever's
Nah,
playing the
I think
game?
it was like a Jacksepticeye.
Okay.
If I need clips for memes,
Yeah.
No,
Or
see,
if it's a new game that's come out, I'm like, I just want to watch gameplay before
Yeah.
I buy it, then I'll do those.
Yeah.
yeah, okay, that's fine.
But I think it was either Markiplier or Jacksepticeye who did
Yeah, right.
the Stanley Parable playthrough.
But
I
I'm
think it was
surprised that
Markiplier.
they like after
funny.
the amount of fucking shit just this year and last year of the amount of YouTubers and like internet like celebrities that have had their fucking he pays for kids in Venezuela. Sorry, Dream. But
Allegedly.
allegedly,
Allegedly.
motherfucker, he has a fucking
In-game.
plane ticket going there, and then someone's like, "Oh yeah, what's the legal
Allegedly.
the shit?"
He
all
could
this
have
shit.
just gone to
No, but then P
Venezuela.
Diddy,
What?
Drake, fucking
Allegedly.
YouTubers.
Allegedly.
yeah, all the Minecraft
Yeah,
YouTubers are
obviously
just
they're
going down.
Doing that.
Yeah.
But no, like it's just like the whole thing, like how
File Peter.
I had a bit of a tear when old mate from Game Theorist retired. Like I've been watching
That was
him
pretty good.
from when he was like first started bringing out videos, the Game Theorist, and he's like essentially gone, I'm handing over the reins to the next generation so they can do it. I was like, fuck. And then all of a sudden he did it, and then like all these other people have started retiring from YouTube, and I'm like, yes, get out now before they catch you
The
doing
house
other things.
falls.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, I picked Morgan Freeman because his voice is soothing.
Yep.
Sorry.
I wouldn't mind listening to him doing all
Who
the things
is your
because
favorite YouTuber?
my favorite YouTuber.
Yeah.
You cannot see me
Fuck.
because I'm close.
Amaranth.
No, at the moment I'm liking Beard Meets Food.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Taylor's obsessed with him.
I fucking love his
Is
shit.
he the Power Eater?
What is her obsession with food and food?
She's
related
hungry,
content?
dude.
she just likes competitive eating. She thinks it's
I
very
have actually
entertaining.
noticed that the
She
correlation
grew up in a
of
rough house where you had to fight for every meal, and she just really connects with it.
I have
But
I
she
have
can't
noticed.
cook.
So she can eat.
I don't think Beard.
You don't have
makes
to
food
cook to
cooks
eat.
either.
No, but like
Not all fingers are
Beard
thumbs,
Meets
but all
Food
thumbs are
is pretty
fingers.
good. The other one I watch quite a lot of is fucking
Nice.
Adam Savage.
Oh, tested.
Oh, Adam
Yeah,
Savage.
I love
Tested,
just
dude.
like his one day builds.
Yeah.
They're fucking it's
It's just an hour of just this like guy, like of him just going. He just talks out. He's just It's like it feels like you're there. It is
Yeah.
like one of those where you feel like you're just in the room.
I
with
just
him
like
hanging.
those ones because my main stim, so I don't get lost in the darkness in my brain, is like having is what?
Sorry. Keep going.
But no, like
Keep going like that's totally a
like,
normal thing to say.
The hardest what? It is a normal thing to fucking say.
No, it's not. It's fun.
Stim,
It's fun.
stimming.
No, the thing that was after that.
Yeah, just because like the
Lost
thing
in
that
the
keeps you from
darkness
ending it all
of
every
my
day
brain.
is that.
I'm sorry that when I try to go to sleep at night, I have to physically wait until I'm tired. So some nights I'll only go like 4 hours of sleep.
YouTube is what I call it.
This is the kind of
My
stuff
toaster
that-
bath bomb deterrent.
God.
I was going to say, this is the kind of stuff that you write on a piece of paper before you Kurt Cobain POV yourself.
No, it's this.
Me, inside your head
I
now.
will say though, Shelley does ask me every now and then. She goes, "Do you ever get dark thoughts?" I'm like, sometimes it gets pretty fucking dark. Like, I'm like, if that's a noise outside of someone trying to break into the door, could I commit murder? And then all of a sudden, my brain's like, yes, I could. If they're trying to get to my family.
Yes, come on.
Do you ever have those times where you're doing nothing? Like there's
Yeah.
no reason to trigger it. You're like,
The void?
yeah, the void.
The
And you
void.
just
Oh, the
immediately
void.
like,
Murder.
what the fuck?
So you have a nothing box. We all have
Yeah.
a nothing box.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like all of a sudden you'd be sitting there just doing nothing, and
Yep.
then all of a sudden you just nothing. So Shelley will just turn to me and go, sorry, my wife will just go to me.
His wife.
There you go, David Attenborough. Don't raise your hand like that.
I didn't do that.
Make
the
it a
Hydra.
salute. The Hydra's 2 hands forward.
That's what I did.
Yeah, you did.
that's-
Your Hydra
Superman
salute is
flying.
4 fingers off.
I'm sorry, you were trying to pat a child on the head very slowly. No, she literally goes, "What are you thinking about?" And then all of a sudden I'll
Nothing.
snap out of her. I was like, "Nothing?" And she goes, "Nothing at all." I'm like, "Yeah, nothing at all." And she's like, "Oh, okay."
It's like I'm wearing
It took
nothing
her.
at
I think
all.
it took her
Nothing at all.
about 8 or
Nothing at
9
all.
months until she saw a video come up on TikTok or Instagram,
Oh.
and she's like, "Oh yeah, guys have the nothing box." And she's like,
Yeah,
"We
I
just
know,
did your
bitch. I've been saying it for weeks.
Are you just in your nothing box?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then sometimes she goes, "What are you thinking about?" And then I'll just be like,
Box.
"Toes." And
So that little monkey with the symbols.
Yeah.
No, like I have very hard essentially fighting my inner voice doing things. Have you ever had those moments where you just kind of like, what's the word? Like,
Self-control.
no, it's not self-control. No. There's a word that they use. They use for it.
Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude. No, it's like
Nabibia.
Sociopathic
The demons.
tendencies.
The demons, Charlie.
No,
demons.
there's a word that everyone used for it. And like, so essentially, I
Cringe.
was walking down the aisle and I looked at these boxes, these bags of diapers because we're buying diapers for the
okay.
kids.
That-
And then all of a sudden, I'm looking at
absolutely
it
thought
and I
wow.
picked up the ones we normally buy and I'm like, this is made of plastic. And then I looked at the one next to it and I'm like, that packaging looks really weak. Like it wouldn't be able to hold back from a child. And just literally just went
Yeah.
bang and just punched it.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, I'm just like, Shelley goes, "What did you do?" I'm like, "Nothing." As I'm picking the diapers up off the ground, I'm like, "This would not survive a child household. I was just testing." And I'm just like, "That was really funny." Like,
Okay, so you
There
do
is
lack
words
self-control.
for
Wait,
that.
no. Like
No,
I
there's-
think we all have
You
the
have
void
impulse
sometimes.
control.
Oh.
Like all right, fuck it. This week I was walking down the aisle with my daughter. I was holding her hand.
Hmm.
And there was an elderly woman in front of us that was, let's just say, not appropriately using space.
Mm.
She was almost hip saddling a trolley. And it's like, all right, well, you're just blocking me.
Yeah.
I had that void moment where I was like, if I tap her ankles, she'll probably die.
Yeah.
But at least she'll be out of the way.
Yeah.
And then you have that moment where your brain's like, that seems like a logical conclusion. Cool. And then it comes back to reality and you're like, why the fuck are you thinking about
it's
that?
really, it's like really killing me because there's actually like a word that everyone calls it when you like,
Was there a
Oh.
moment, Liam,
Yeah.
where you thought that you might be having the exact same thought as your daughter at that stage, and she was also thinking of ankle tapping this grandma?
So the difference between me and
Ankle
my
tapping a
daughter
grandma.
is my internal monologue is that it's internal. Hers is very external.
That is
so-
true. I've had
Yes.
conversations with you.
So she very much was like, come on.
Your daughter is very rude.
I know, I love her.
Get a move on, you fat
You
bitch.
old fuck.
In
You
the way of
geriatric
treating my
bitch.
toys.
it's fucking killing me. There's a word that they use and it's like fucking.
What is the context of this?
So like,
word
say
so
for
we
instance,
try and help
I'm
you?
context.
Let's consult Milk and
I am
Freeman.
walking past a stack of windows
He's
on the job
walking
site,
past a
and my
stack
brain
of
goes,
windows.
Good
I
narration.
wonder what it would sound like if I just threw a hammer through them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
Money.
no. But then all of a sudden, sometimes my brain just goes, hey, throw something at that. And my body will just go, okay. And then I'll just fucking do it.
That is
Yeah.
just self-control.
No, but there's a word that they call
Okay.
it.
There's two
Fucking-
words they
This
call
sounds like something that you rehearse frequently for your conversations with the cops when it comes up.
Well, no,
Your Honor.
sometimes,
I didn't do it.
sometimes,
I didn't do it, officer. My
sometimes
brain
it's
did.
really weird, and everyone like. I was out for my son's first birthday lunch, and I invited you guys. and you guys weren't
Oh,
busy.
Oh
right,
yeah, like 5
Um,
as it was happening.
No, it was just like, it was a couple, like essentially half the
fine.
family didn't want to show up. Anyways,
I was busy.
I just was like, I had free food. I just wanted to go away, so I just decided to
fair.
invite you. It was meant to be only be family. So, anyways,
Are we not your
Um,
family?
yeah, you're my friends.
Ooh.
Friends are
Oh.
We're not
family.
your family. Then.
Not food.
Friends of fish.
Ohana.
So if
Ohana.
how can I become your family?
Fuck
You
your sister.
Come in a family member.
Yep.
Just hook my
Same
brother
answer,
up.
different liquid.
Just go, hey Nick,
No, different.
DTF.
Why?
Can you fuck Nick already?
I know you
keeps
fucking
coming
want
up.
him.
It keeps coming
You,
up.
you
I
just
bet it
want,
does.
just stop sending me messages saying, "Hey,
Stop coming to
is your
Nick."
boy, is your brother single?"
Up.
But no. So while I was standing there, I was just looking, and there was just a random metal plate on a support pillar. It was just painted white, and there's just a random metal
Yeah.
plate just wrapped around it. And I just walked up, and I just went. My brain just went, hit it, and I just went bang, and just punched it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, everyone just goes, "What the point was that?" And I was just like, "I don't fucking know." And then all of a sudden, my nephew came over and was just like, no, nephew, cousin came over and just did the same thing, and we just went,
Yeah. That's just dude shit, though.
yeah.
That
I
is-
know
Yeah,
that's
just
what I
guys being
mean.
dicks. Yeah.
I
you
don't
just
know,
have
there's a
guys
fucking
being
That's
word
just
for
it's
it.
activate
Is
monkey
it-
brain. That's all it is.
Is it defiant?
No.
Insubordinate.
Oh, fuck off with that.
Mischief.
Fucking
Non-compliant.
No, it 100% is return to monkey.
Monkey.
Just
monkey.
big brick won't throw off building. Will do now.
So
Was
I'm gonna
fun.
remember
Yes.
it afterwards, and I'm gonna be
Monkey brain.
driving home, and I'm
Put it
just
in
gonna
your, put it in the poll.
I'm just gonna like take
Well,
my hands off.
Do you
the
have
fucking
monkey brain?
Do you ever return to monkey?
I don't think you would get it, Attenborough.
no.
What up,
but
my Attenborough?
You think what you're
My
funny
bras.
is hearing a fun quip about scones.
Scones. Yes,
Yeah,
David Attenborough,
Like
very well
you
known
go, you
for
go out, you
scones.
go over to a
Jesus
friend's
God.
place and he makes them and they're too dry. It's just like, oh, these scones are like the Sahara. Oh, and then all of a sudden he's like, get out of my house.
Do you know who David Attenborough is?
Yes,
Because I don't think
I've
you
seen
do.
his porn video and you sent me his awesome EDM banger.
Okay. Okay.
David.
if-
No, that's David Attaboy.
No, it is. James sent it to me the other day, and I literally sat there for
Oh, that
about
is not
4.5
untrue.
hours listening to it. It is a fucking tour de force.
Tour de force.
Okay. Well, we'll put it in our link dump.
Put it in a link dump.
Oh,
That
So
we
gotta
I
don't
have
have.
chosen Sir David Attenborough,
The
the-
David Attenborough.
the only one that
Yeah.
has a knighthood here.
More
Well, you're only one
fictional.
from fucking England.
That's not the
Yeah.
point.
Cunt.
Classic.
Also, the moment fucking Lewis Hamilton's fucking knighted, then it fucking loses all purpose. The cunt doesn't deserve to be knighted.
Who's that?
Car driver, drive fast.
He-
A lot of
Oh,
times.
mate.
Makes sense. No.
Okay.
There you
So-
go. So if you want to find it, it's David Attenborough goes on a bender. It is fucking
Yeah, I
James.
do remember
Yeah.
that.
Is
You-
it similar to the Wiggles on Pingers?
Yes.
Could be.
Or
It's a good song.
was it the ABC News EDM mix?
The pendulum.
Oh, but
Yeah.
I have that in my Get Psych
So-
mix.
So
Sir David Attenborough
the
Yep.
has done so much for nature,
Yeah.
animals, and the environs in which we live.
Yep.
He's brought notoriety and knowledge and understanding to the various plights of the world and how it is slowly degrading and becoming just shit. And he's inspired countless people to
Take
work
his job
in
when he
this
dies.
field. Yep.
I'm so
To do
I
that,
am,
yes,
Benedict
it's probably a good
I'm
way
so
to
sorry,
continue his legacy.
but
Eggwigs.
David Attenborough
That's Cumberbatch.
is penguin. The
That's-
penguin.
No,
penguins.
that's
The Emperor
Cumberbatch.
Penguin.
David Attenborough, perfect. Okay.
Okay, good.
But the problem is though, is
Nope.
that when he dies,
Yeah.
anyone who steps up to do it
And he don't
isn't
now.
going to be David Attenborough.
Okay. In the
There'll
same
be a
way that
period of time where we all compare. And
Do you know
then
who?
someone
Do you know
has
who
to
was?
come
Do you know who
through.
they were going to replace him with?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
No,
Okay.
John St. John.
no.
John Cena.
Fucking Prince Boy and Megan McCockrell.
Fuck off.
Yes, the
Hmm.
both of them were going to do it.
we're going to do nature documentaries.
Correct. They were
These
going
are
to.
wonderful
Prince
cars.
Harry and
Oh,
Meghan
remind me,
Markle.
we've got to pick up milk on the way home. Okay, I will.
That okay.
Why do they have any sort of infamy?
Did you know I was in Suits?
She was in Suits.
So,
Who
so
gives a
I'm-
fuck
I
about that?
understand like Suits. Yep, she's in that. What's
She
that
is.
fucking pompous wank fuck McStick dick that fucking does the talk shows? The Piers Morgan, is it?
Is it Piers
Okay, he
Morgan?
is a guy that does
is that
talk
essentially
shows.
He's a
hit
prick.
on her and then she rejected him and then all of a sudden he went on a fucking
He did a hit
tirade.
piece, yeah.
Yeah.
That does sound about
He's
right.
an-
He's
he's
a
an
piece
idiot.
of shit.
He's a
He
child.
is- a cunt.
Well,
Yeah.
didn't he like? I'm just so
Pierce,
the
you're welcome to
baby
come on.
reindeer. Have you watched?
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fuckwit.
Paid $250 to her, and then all of a sudden the chick, they essentially have you baby reindeer. So essentially, guy makes
Oh,
a.
sorry, I know this. Sorry, I haven't watched it. Sorry.
Okay.
Is it- Yeah.
Well, it's a great TV show. If
Okay.
you with your partner, it's good. It's a good watch because it makes both male and females introspectively looked at their past relationships because what you can constitute as stalking.
Yes.
So when you're stalking your partner, just be wary of it.
No. When it first starts off, you're meant to feel bad for the guy,
Right.
but then as it goes on, you're like, hang on a minute,
Mm.
they were kind of doing shitty shit to each other. But
Okay.
then when it ends, you're like, oh no, she was just a fucking cunt. Like,
Don't need to watch it
Yes.
now.
but she went on Piers Morgan.
interesting.
The whole entire time, the guy who made it's like, I don't want to shine any light on her because the guy who's the main character is the guy who it happened to, and he essentially
Oh, awesome.
like
It's a
has
real
to
telling of
relive.
events.
He
Yes.
directed
like that.
himself
Yeah.
acting in
Like
the role.
And
in
even
which
like
he
all of
lived.
the
Yep,
kind
I get
of essay shit, like he does that as well.
Yeah.
So he has to relive it. He does it like very like what's the word we used the other day?
authentic.
No. It's like the fear shit where you relive your fear to essentially use
Trauma.
the trauma
Trauma
bonding,
bonding.
well, whatever the fuck.
Basically.
Yeah. But no.
Fear factor.
And he did it. So he changed the names and all the shit. So I couldn't get back to it, but casted someone who looks near identical to what she looks like in real life.
No.
And then I think it took them like 2 weeks after the show fucking aired that they're like, oh, yep, this is her. And
Yeah,
then
do you want to know why?
She
She
came
was
out-
fucking talking about
Yeah.
Yeah, she
okay.
came out and said, "This is about me.
this is about me.
interview
I know him.
Yeah.
She's a fucking idiot.
Isn't she doing like live, like going to
Oh,
like
yeah.
bars and shit?
Yeah, so this
Probably.
is the fucking spin on it. So it's the whole show is about this guy who's basically telling his trauma and saying, "Hey, I was stalked, I was abused, I was mistreated." This
Yeah.
is shining a light that men experience this too. She is now getting interviews and book deals and all this other bullshit to talk about her side of the story. If we reverse the roles, that'd be really fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen.
No, but,
So, Sir David Attenborough, just to
Yeah.
get
Yes.
away from a very deep conversation.
no, but he's too good. I've grown. My
I
parents
think-
have grown up
so
with him.
The topic that we're talking about is best narrator,
He's
and now
lived
you're
through
saying that
3
he's
wars.
too good. He's
no,
too
but
good.
Yeah, he's got you there.
But the thing is, though,
Too
is
good.
that outside of just look at the thing coming down from the tree, it is good. But in modern day shit,
Okay.
I'm not approaching this from like essentially like
He's not just a guy reading the words. He's a guy that this is his education. This is what he's done.
I thought we
Through
were
the
doing
three-
by the
Through the
who is the best narrator.
Yes,
Paul said
correct.
it before,
No,
but
no, no.
not who has the best overall career,
His
the
best
So-
portfolio.
best
O-
portfolio.
over the 3 years that he's lived through, he's learnt about
See, his is
nature,
better than yours.
animals,
Ooh,
the
he
environment.
pointed to me. He pointed to me.
So he's not just a guy. He's not Benedict Cumberbatch who doesn't know how to
I'm
pronounce
sorry,
the
but
name.
that was
That's
really
okay.
cute.
Okay, but he doesn't know how to pronounce the word penguin
Penguin.
As an actor.
as an actor.
Paid actor.
But
He's got a
you know,
BAFTA.
Attenborough's going out and he's doing all of the research. He's immersing himself
know
in
that.
these things,
and
then
he's on
he's
location a lot of the
explaining
time
it.
as well.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
as I suppose probably
Not
not as
space.
much nowadays, but that is what he was doing for going through. And you've already described him as the best and perfect.
But he's the
The
best at
goat.
nature shit.
I agree with that.
Okay, but Morgan Freeman, what's he the best at?
Yeah.
History, pop culture, that kind of shit.
Okay,
if
but-
I'm going space, it'd be Neil deGrasse Tyson. If
No.
No.
So sick of that dude.
So
hey,
I like him. I like him.
I like
just
him
think-
as I think he'd be cool to hang out with.
I like Neil deGrasse Tyson for his thoughts.
Yes.
I
Not his
don't think he
personality.
should be put front.
Brian
I think
Brian Cox.
Brian
is
Cox.
Brian Cox.
narrator
Brian
Bill Nye.
Cox.
than-
Bill Nye. Bill Nye.
I like Bill Nye,
I don't like Bill Nye.
but
I
Brian
think-
Cox.
Portland.
Brian Cox is better than Neil deGrasse
Every
Tyson
day.
from a everything kind of standpoint.
Yeah.
I think my problem with Neil is he's got a massive ego.
He is very.
He has to be the smartest one in the room.
yeah,
and that
exactly
bothers me.
right. Yeah.
But no, like the problem with that when I'm just gonna like say it. If we were to go every single day life and best narrator to have, it'd be yours,
Me.
number one, Liam,
Did you pick?
then
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman. Like, just imagine him just just doing your everyday life narration, then yours would be a fucking pretty fun day.
Great day.
But it would get
You'd always have a buddy.
like he would react to your fourth wall breaks.
Yeah.
And then you get to David Attenborough, and then all of a sudden you'd be like, you're going into the refrigerator at the supermarket, you'd just be like,
The fat pig stocks up on cholesterol.
You'd lose so
He must
much
survive the
weight.
week.
You
Look
wouldn't be
at the
able
ugly
to like.
bastard.
How fucked would it be if you're on top of your significant other, and all of a sudden it's like the Dalmating ritual of the Australian bogan as he slightly jousts
It's a
into his
grotesque
missus.
mating dance, but it is effective.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd finish. Hey, was that good? Yeah, it was good.
She lied.
The female remains unsatisfied.
As she skulks into the lounge room with a dildo in 8 episodes of Great British Bake Off.
Souffle.
As she goes to bake another cake with no ingredients. But no, that's the problem that I have is when
He could rate
David Attenborough wasn't my first pick. Morgan Freeman
Neither.
was.
Yeah.
Because narration, like I'm not approaching it as like, oh yep, just what he does. Like just the nature shit, just the planet Earth shit, that kind of stuff.
He could read something about history. He could read about
No, but
before
like
the Roman
just
Empire.
it'd be very
He's
a
still got
mundane life with him. All of a sudden, out of
There you go.
nowhere. Sorry, I keep forgetting the word audio ball.
Stop using my pronouns and start using my name.
But
Sorry, left towel.
while you
Lee
keep
M.
pointing to him and he can't answer, who do you choose?
Ron Perlman.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman. Ron Burgundy. But no, like
Ooh.
because I think that it would be like a very like he'd probably throw a whole bunch of like small racial slurs towards super mutants and it'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, no, he would.
He would like
Yeah.
just like he would have fun with it. Like he'd go for it. And then your one out of nowhere, just like I'd be finding out, oh shit, I'm about to get hit by a car or something like that. Like it'd be a fun introspect. Out of nowhere.
It's
It's
just
just
like, yeah, he's going to have pizza again. Nah, we know you are.
I suppose, but the topic isn't best narrator when
your
then-
life.
Yeah,
No, but it's best
when it's
narrator.
internalized.
But it's not also best narrator of nature shit. It's
Yeah, it's
also
just best
it's
narrator
like
in general.
it's like oh, what's the best Tic Tac? I don't fucking know. The one that
Orange.
tastes good. Orange.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah, they're shaking hands. No, but it's just like who is the best narrator? Like,
Yeah.
okay. So if we knock out all of the fucking nature shit that he does and all of the fucking good green earth shit that you just pointed up, as his voice, it's monotone,
Wow.
it's descriptive, it's white. There's no soul in it.
This is an angle.
I don't understand your argument because you're basically
Morgan
saying
Freeman #1.
okay, but if you're saying if you just remove all the things that Morgan Freeman's done, then
He'd still have an awesome voice. He'd have a very approachable demeanor. And also he'd just be a guy that you just like sit down and he'd just be like, I know your life's been bad, but things are only going to get brighter. And then all of a
in
sudden you
invisibility.
wouldn't, as you said, give yourself a fucking Cobain haircut. If Morgan Freeman all of a sudden said, it's okay. Life is greatest before the
Oh,
dawn.
see, this is where I got to disagree. I don't think you'll find a more like comforting and relaxing voice than Attenborough, which is why he works so
Attenborough is well known
Nah.
for his voice and the
So
way.
is Morgan Freeman
Okay, but
and his work.
all right, what's one thing? Can you call out specifically one thing that he has narrated?
The Mandela documentary? No, the Shawshank Redemption. I don't
That's the
classify that as
voiceover.
him.
That's not narration.
No.
What the fuck is narration?
What is narration?
Different.
No, but
Different.
That's literally narration.
Yeah, it is
No,
literally
different.
narration. But
He's
no,
describing an element of the story off screen.
So are you saying then David Attenborough is not doing narration?
No, he's
He's
a
doing
Because
voice.
he's
He shows-
voiceover in it.
He shows himself on camera in some parts.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he would be voiceover.
Monologue.
Okay, so there are some parts that
Boom.
he's
Bye.
there are some parts that he's voiceovering and some parts
Ron
that he's
Perlman's just
narrating.
an NPC. So my guy is the only
No,
true
he's
narrator. He's there somewhere.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's not.
He's just a guy.
Actually, no, he isn't. No. There is those. I know where he's getting from. There is points where you are listening to a narrator and then
Yeah.
putting him in as an NPC in the game. Like I think it's the Deadpool video game where you're listening
play
to the
the- yeah.
narrator the whole entire time, and then out of nowhere you actually meet him as as a character in the
That's
game.
Hello.
it's
That's actually really good.
It's really good. But no, like, but I don't know.
Deadpool game would be
you need.
perfect.
I need you to give me something to pick you over these two.
Wow.
You have already described him as the best and as perfect.
Yeah, but he's
so
the best
if I
at
can't, if I
nature
can't
shit.
change your perception from the best to whatever you consider to be the betterer,
Perfect.
then
Perfect.
I don't know. Okay,
But I've done the arguing for you. I need you to do it.
because you've already done it. Because you already know how good he is. You stupid bastard.
Hey, if I'm standing on top of a ladder that I set up and you don't climb up it, then what the fuck are you doing here?
What?
Hoping that you fall off.
But I'm not.
He's
I'm
going
not
to kick
going
an
up the
ankle.
ladder.
He's going to ankle tap an old person.
I've given you the pinnacle of the person being picked from the get go. You picked it.
Gecko.
I've set you up a fucking stairway to heaven, and you're sitting at the bottom going, "There's your staircase. Do it yourself. Give me something, James. Give me some emotion. Give me something to run for."
Why is he turning into coach from the gentleman? Come on, boys. We're a little bit about to play with me here. Come on.
Fucking
Foreskins, the Redskins.
I love the
He's so
gentleman.
good in
So
that
good.
movie.
So think
Brilliant.
about
In Bruges too.
his
Yeah,
influence.
he's there
Think
too.
about his influence.
Yeah.
SWAT.
He has influenced many people to look into, and become a part of environmental science. You can't just go about. Okay,
It doesn't. His
What-
voice
what-
doesn't
what
come
is
out
your-
in
what is
environmental
your
science.
Carpenter, where do you think your materials come from, mate?
what is your impact?
Bunnings.
What is Morgan Freeman's impact?
Infinitely
What has
funnier than
he done?
anything I was going to say.
He's done.
What has he
He's
done?
done amazing charity work for
Oh, for
the.
fuck's sake! That's completely separate from the point.
Exactly, so's your shit cunt. I don't care about his charity work about the whales and the Furbies being saved by the rushing whaling ships. I want to hear about his narration. That's all I care about.
What I'm talking about. His narration has influenced and made people get into their jobs.
What was he?
into what they
Was he
do.
knighted for being a narrator?
Yes,
He was
his
narrated
work-
for his fucking shit in the fucking environmental shit.
It's all connected.
Okay,
it's all
I'll
connected.
I'll drop the wog. Here.
Pepe Sylvia. It's all Pepe.
It's all connected. He got. Look, I'll be honest. I didn't read the specific reasons why he got knighted.
I'm pretty sure it was because the reason why he
Yeah.
got knighted is because of his
because of his
attention that he drew towards the environment.
There
and
we
also
go. Through his
raising of money.
narration.
No, I'd probably
Nah,
say it
it's
was.
voiceover, innit?
See, the thing is though, is that the people that do the narration, they're just working off the people who do all the hard work, like editors and script writers.
Oh,
And-
so okay,
David Attenborough.
nobody then edits any of Morgan Freeman's his Mandela
No, when he's
documentary.
in, so what? There's an editor walking behind him, walking through the life, where he's just like, I'm good to get to crumpet.
Do you think there's an editor walking through the fucking Amazon jungle behind David Attenborough saying, "Oh, we'll cut that part"?
Yeah.
He's doing racial slurs again.
So what were you going to
David,
read out?
come
What
on,
did
David.
you get?
He was awarded the Knightship for his work on highlighting the natural world in TV shows and his campaigning to protect it.
The
That
campaign.
David Attenborough has got a knighthood from his narration. Narration.
And
What's
campaigning.
Morgan Freeman got? He ain't got a knighthood. Has he won an Oscar? Has he won any awards for his narration?
Does he want an Oscar?
I don't think he's won an Oscar.
Has he won an
Well,
award
Well,
for
to
his
be
narration?
fair, do you know what I found out
Shawshank.
today? The director of fucking the Mad Max films,
Yeah.
the only way he won an Oscar was for Happy Feet.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Okay.
That's fucked.
Yeah, but if you've seen the Mad Max films, you'd know why.
I love fucking the first three Mad Max films.
Why?
Mad
That's
Max
Why do you
1,
like Australian cinema?
Thunderdome, fucking all that shit.
trash.
It was filmed in Stockton, cunt.
Yeah, I know. Wait,
Right.
what? Mad Max 1?
Mad Max Return to Thunderdome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But no, like, Morgan Freeman hasn't won a fucking Oscar.
Is he not? That's mental.
I
There we
know,
go.
I know he's won a whole bunch of Billboard hits in his previous life.
Oh, my God.
So
Shut up.
basically,
He played
what the
Woodstock.
argument is that
Let's ask him ourselves.
Attenborough
Morgan.
has won one of the highest honours an
Hello.
individual can get.
He has
a
won an Oscar.
knighthood.
He got
Okay, good.
fingered by some fucking old bat that isn't even alive anymore. Like, knighthood.
Oh.
We can't be knighted.
Okay.
As if they're going to give knighthood to a prisoner.
He won the
well.
Oscar for Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role for his work in $1 Million Baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
he's been
interesting.
nominated for Invictus, Shawshank,
He should have
Yeah,
won for
Driving
fucking
Miss Daisy,
Invictus.
Street
Fuck.
Smart.
I'm surprised. Did
So
Matt David
none
get
of
David
those
Attenborough.
though. None of those though are for his narration.
Probably Shawshank would have been, technically.
Yeah, it's voiceover.
Although,
voiceover.
no, technically, yeah, he was Best Actor in a Leading Role. Leading Role for Shawshank.
Interesting.
Yeah, I guess he was
Interesting.
equal. No, I thought he would say.
So I do feel like two of us have dominated this conversation.
Correct.
No.
You don't say.
Because we obviously have the best choices. So
Okay,
George
you
of
can
the
think
Jungle,
You
dude.
can think that.
What about George of the Jungle?
Yeah. What about him?
He's just the best.
I think your issue is that notoriety-wise, you've been gone for almost 30 years.
Yeah. What
So, yeah.
what else has he done? Anything
One would
else?
argue that all the fourth wall breaks now came from George of the Jungle. So the
One
narrator
could
walked.
argue that, but that would
Or
be
a
incorrect.
about
Charlie
Naked Gun?
Chaplin
What
movie.
about what?
Naked Gun.
Yeah, he's got you.
Yeah, fair. They could
Any
be
of the
this.
Mel Brooks films.
Charlie Chaplin
Yeah.
broke the fourth wall quite a lot.
Deadpool
But
comic
I'm
books.
sorry to say, but when there's no fucking audio in a film, you just looking at the audience is not the breaking the fourth wall. That's you just going, hey, where the fuck am I? How is my soul? in
I
here?"
agree. Where are we?
What are
That is literally breaking the
All
fourth
right,
wall.
you,
What are you talking
You
about?
sit in timeout for a bit.
Hey, fuck
Liam?
you.
Hey, how you doing?
Why do
Yeah,
you
cut.
consider Ron Perlman to be the best narrator of all?
They tried to do it without him and it sucked.
Once.
Was that the defining
No.
factor? Okay.
No. I think he's got a very iconic voice, much like Morgan Freeman, much like David Attenborough. I think the difference between you two, I don't remember your character. I'm
His
so
name.
sorry.
That's okay. I forgot his name.
don't
You
It's
should
just the
the guy.
narrator. The narrator.
I don't remember anything about
narrator.
him. I remember the monkey and I remember George, and that's all I remember.
So
I remember the talking thing that was basically Beast from X-Men, and that's all I remember.
Cool.
the Morgan Freeman is also on nature documentaries as well, cunt.
Okay.
So
They're
by
not,
your own argument, that shouldn't count.
Exactly.
they're not as well known then, cut.
What once?
He is.
What has he done? Never heard of him.
Where's his
March
fucking
of the
knighthood then,
Penguins?
cut?
That sounds
through
cringe.
the wormhole,
Through the
um,
wormhole.
the wormhole,
Oh.
That
the story
absolutely-
of God and Morgan Freeman. No,
That's just
the story of God,
Oh.
our universe, our life on planet Earth.
Actually, our universe is pretty good.
Yeah, so it's
I've
life on
seen
our
that
planet
one.
Earth. That's a pretty good one too. The good in the 4K.
Yeah,
like
oh.
I saw Life on Planet Earth on IMAX. It was
Oh, that would
fucking,
be sick.
fucking
Yeah,
mad.
the IMAX.
Flamingos and shit. Fuck.
Yeah, that sounds like a David
They
Attenborough thing.
bang, dude.
But better because David Attenborough
Sorry,
did the research.
BBC.
Oh, BBC. Oh, no. The fuck kind of argument is that?
But
What other narration has Ron Perlman done?
Don't know.
Did he
Okay.
do anything in Sons of Anarchy?
Probably.
Probably not narration, though.
I don't know.
guess.
Maybe.
Yep.
I don't know.
I think Ron Perlman gets left out of a lot of shit.
He
I think
does.
He's got unkempt potential.
He does.
When
Um,
I saw him in Pacific Rim, I actually loved him in Pacific Rim.
I love seeing Ron Perlman all the time. If he
He's
pops up in
the
anything, I'll watch it.
Black Market.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Oh, you know what else he narrated?
What?
And he was the best part of the entire movie. Monster Hunter.
Take your word for
There's a
it.
movie called Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it's based on the game.
What's the game called?
You're fucking kidding me.
Monster Hunter.
They made a
Ron
movie of
Perlman's
that.
Monster Hunter.
Genuinely, if you want a good drinking a movie,
Ugh.
Monster Hunter.
What do you drink
What's
for?
the
Do you,
yeah?
do you
what's
want
the
to know?
game?
Do you want to know why?
Why?
Sure.
So you know those Resident Evil movies?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm aware of them.
Yeah.
He did do a character in Fallout.
That's fine.
Ron
Oh,
Perlman?
okay. Then
Wasn't
he's
my
aware of them.
argument.
Butch
Call it-
Harris.
Ah,
All right,
call
yeah,
it
yeah, drinking
Yeah.
game.
NPC.
It's a fantastic drinking game. If you can find any plot holes, you take a drink. If
Oof.
if you instantly think of something that's a smarter idea than the characters take a drink.
Jeez.
And if Mila Jokovic gets hit by something, take a drink. It's another one of those, I love my wife. Let's make a movie.
Oh, no.
Monster Hunter's popular.
I hate.
Wait, so
I-
she's in it?
Yeah, she's the main character.
Oh, okay.
if you
She
if
plays
you
Lady Monster Hunter.
if you have you played a lot of
Madam
Monster
Hunter.
Hunter?
I've played enough to know that they fucked it.
Okay, because Monster Hunter was the first like Japanese style RPG
It's
that I actually
very
dived
Japanese.
into. And then all of a sudden I saw, oh, there's going to be a movie that's getting
Yeah, it's
like made, and then all of a sudden I saw her name as the first
Yep.
actress that was signed on, and I was just like,
Ron
Fuck.
Perlman plays the captain, who's like a pretty important part in the games. He looks the same, but he also has the face of Ron Perlman, so it doesn't
Right.
work.
it's just like when he's in Hellboy and he has like all the
Yeah.
makeup and he's
I
sitting
love
there.
those Hellboy
And
movies.
his
They're good.
chest
They're
is
campy
like
and fun.
massive,
Yeah.
but his head's really small compared to every other
Yeah.
part of his body. He's in a bodysuit.
I tried to watch the new one with David Harbour. It's so boring.
Not-
So the problem I have is
they
that
they reboot
Yeah,
it.
it's so
Christ.
boring.
so the main thing that I have problem with the new one is
Yeah.
that they went, oh, okay, we're going to do get him to get all beefed up, all that other
Mm.
kinds of shit. but they went a little bit too far with the prosthetics on his face.
Yeah.
Like
I just think story-wise it was so
That's what it is.
there were some sick action sequences.
Oh, no,
in it, yeah.
absolutely.
I was
Like when
trying
he's
to
killing the
remember what.
giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember what, because I had a conversation recently about Ron
Mm.
Perlman. Like, what was that? He was Optimus Primal in the new Transformers.
Yes, he was.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's very cool.
Have you seen the trailer
Narrated
for the
that?
new one?
He narrated in that. I only made it halfway through the movie though because it's shit.
Have
Yeah.
you seen the
I was going
trailer
to say the guy
for
that voices
the new Transformers film that has Chris Hemsworth
Optimus
as
Prime would have been better.
Peter Cullen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good
Optimus
voice
Prime.
actor.
Very good.
No, yeah, the animated one.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
It doesn't look good
Why not?
because it doesn't look good.
Why?
He
Looks
does
like
not
shit.
look good.
Why?
I'd much rather go back and watch the old cartoon than watch that shit.
What are we talking about?
The new Transformers.
movie.
They've turned it into like Mega Man 2.
Oh,
I saw a trailer for it. It looks dog shit.
It looks fun.
it looks
Yeah.
like a kid's movie.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Mm.
It looks like TMNT. But
Yeah.
I'm not a kid
Transformers.
anymore.
Another
I watched-
TMNT reference. Oh, nice.
I watched the new one,
No Kit
I
Fist.
want to
though.
see it.
the Mutant Mayhem one.
The animated one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it good?
No.
What? The
And
one,
like,
the one
I-
that looks like Spider-Verse?
yeah.
Oh.
I just
They
didn't,
But this-
Scooby Dooed it.
It's like the Seth
I just didn't
Rogen's
like
involved
it.
or something.
It didn't feel like it went anywhere.
Yeah, right.
They went for like the Batman Year One style of thing, like where it's like how they're like it's their origin story of how they become who they are,
Yeah.
but then they lose like the fact that Seth Rogen and a whole bunch of other people jumped on it like, hey, this is why we loved it, and they tried to pump it in there, but then it felt like the studio went,
Nah.
okay, you're
Yeah.
spending too much time, and then you could feel like the story's going in a certain arc, and then they're just like, okay, we're running out of time,
You know what it felt
and then
like?
cut it
Yeah.
out.
It felt like every around that era of 2010 animated movie where it always is like, this is the origin story, we fail, we suck, we're not good, bad things are happening.
We get good.
Big monster.
Yeah.
Big monster. Oh no, how do we beat big monster? With
Teamwork.
family and friendship and teamwork.
Just like the live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
they beat it. And then because they beat the big monster, now everybody loves them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've seen this movie like 30 fucking times now.
That's why I like
That's Mario. The
Yeah.
new Mario movie is
Yeah.
exactly that.
the How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
Like how they did theirs. How like it's like
How I
oh.
Met Your Dragon.
How, I was actually about to say How I Met Your Mother. Oh, but anyways,
It's gonna be legend.
but no, like they do that. Like all the kids' movies that came out, like I was when we were talking about Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, like those like older kids' movies, but like when we were like young adults, that period there, and then all of a sudden now it's all like, oh, believe in yourself and the power of your friends,
Yeah.
but no character growth, none for you.
Well, we were having a
No,
conversation
you're
today about
perfect.
if, and the main consensus was just like the people who went and saw it were like, it just, what age range are they aiming for?
Yeah.
Because it's like set up to look like it's for kids. Because
What's
it's
this?
If
Oh, right.
John Krasinski's film with Ryan Reynolds, and they're like, yeah, it's like colorful and fun and nice and whatever, but they're like, but the themes are for older kids,
Yeah.
but the styling is for younger kids. And you're like, what?
It's like they were trying
happening
to
here?
take
Interesting, right?
Foster's
Yeah.
Home for Imaginary Kids,
Yeah.
but then
I've
setting
heard
it
it's
for
just a rip-off
Foster's
of it,
Home
yeah.
for teenagers
Yeah, okay.
rather than that. But the thing is always like the Krasinski didn't fuck up like in the like the. It literally is like a 1-for-1 replica of Foster's Home. Like Blue is actually now just spelt BLU instead of BLOO.
Right.
Like a lot of the characters are exactly the same.
All right.
Yeah. But no, like
So Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
I just think he has that voice that you can grab onto, like without even knowing who he is, because he's not. He is known. Like, he's not unknown.
If you were to have a crowd and then he was just saying random words,
has-
you could be like, "Oh, he's here."
he has
Shit.
that powerful voice. If you recognize him, you're like, "Oh fuck, it's Ron Perlman."
Yeah.
He has a good voice for narration. My problem, as we go around, because we haven't actually done much attacking besides you fucking two. My problem with David Attenborough is his voice is so easy to copy. His voice is so easy to mimic because it's just the accent. There's no flavor or any sort of movement. It's very
no-
monotone, very direct. This is exactly how it is.
There's no soul.
Yes.
Yes.
So everyone who can do somewhat of a highbrow English accent can copy David Attenborough.
It's also the cadence is very easy to
I think
replicate.
that's probably, well, you know, more or less intentional because what he's talking about is trying to
No,
ease you
what?
is to ease you into the
It's his
into
voice.
the but he's not
Hey, all right, mate. I was going to talk like this, but I've
That'll
decided
be
to
the-
go for a higher cadence,
But-
and because it might be easy to mimic.
but he's
All right, bruv, welcome
he's
to Planet Earth
he's
3, innit?
talking like he is, and he's got
Big ups,
he's
Earth.
not that's not what he's all about. It's trying to ease you into the conversation. It's about giving it a relaxing kind of experience. Is what a lot of he's talking about. He's not doing big Hellboy movies, is he? That's not what his voice is there for. It's for
Correct.
narration over otters swimming in a pond
See, that's what I'm saying,
Or a
though. It's-
seal getting absolutely fisted by an orca.
or of that.
Right. Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's not, there's no emotion. There's no,
There's definitely
Variety.
Oh, no, there is emotion.
there's definitely emotion.
He has
Flat out disagree.
such a great way of conveying tone through what is being shown.
There is definitely a large amount of emotion. So it's not the highs and lows of what
I just
you might be talking about, but he, if it's a very, violent or unpleasant scene that you're watching, his tone will shift and change. It is a voice role that
can
he
I
is doing.
ask one thing? Could you replace him?
easily.
You could replace everyone at this table.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could replace everyone at this table.
So David
Yeah.
Attenborough though.
You know,
Would you be able
if you're
if
not
like-
going to have Ron Perlman,
no, you
that's
can't
okay.
replace
We're
anyone.
getting Josh
Everyone is
Brolin.
unique. You
So-
cannot replace someone. Everyone is unique.
So, but like,
you can
Not the same,
mimic his
100%.
voice. You can mimic
but
his
if
voice.
I were to say, if you had a documentary that he was
Close.
in, and then you
Tommy
were
Lee
to
Jones.
replace the person doing the
Stone.
narration, would it add anything or take anything away?
Potentially,
So if I were to say that the documentary Planet Earth
yeah,
that's done by David Attenborough,
yes.
And bah.
do you know that the one that most people have actually watched of Planet Earth isn't actually narrated by David Attenborough?
As in, a film called Planet Earth was not.
No, but like predominantly, if you went and saw it in movies, like you
Right.
would have heard the David Attenborough. But if you're watching it anywhere else, it's done by someone else.
Okay,
It's done by Sigourney Weaver
okay.
Oh.
Ooh,
because
You know what she's great at narrating?
Alien. Zzz.
Finding Dory.
What?
Okay.
Sigourney Weaver narrates in Finding Dory.
There's a narrator in Finding Dory.
Yeah,
There
it's
is.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney
In
Weaver.
what movie? So Sigourney
Finding Dory.
Weaver has a bit more gravitas
love
than
Sigourney.
fucking
Okay.
Huh?
gravitas.
You think Sigourney Weaver has more gravitas than David Attenborough?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
100.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
100.
What for this Planet Earth movie?
For
You
anything.
should watch it. It's actually
Just performance-wise.
because I
Yeah,
was
I haven't
like,
seen it.
I was about to throw it in your face, and I'm like, oh yeah, Sigourney Weaver did Planet Earth, and I realized I better look that up before I fucking say it. David Attenborough did the cinema version of it, but if you watch it anywhere else, it's Sigourney Weaver.
So that one that means more is the one where they got Attenborough for it then.
No,
Yeah.
it's because
Where they
they
needed the big guns.
BBC does the whole thing where if it's shown on anywhere besides BBC, they can't use David Attenborough.
Yeah.
They have to use someone else. So
Pay
that's
for a
why
premium subscription.
Hemsworth does Shark Week now.
Hey?
Chris Hemsworth does Shark Week shit.
See,
Interesting.
I feel like he'd be good.
Pardon?
Here we see a fucking shark.
So the thing
She's
is
big.
that everyone can be
Oh, fuck.
replaced.
Look at this
Yes.
bastard.
Yes.
You could have someone that does a Morgan Freeman impression. I could Google Morgan Freeman impression. I can
Yeah.
find a
I-
Morgan Freeman impression.
I would highly argue you would find a lot less good ones than David Attenborough.
Yeah.
Potentially, but
No, not potentially. I'm flat out telling you.
This is
you are
like-
going to find
This is like the Daft
so
Punk
many more
problem.
shit ones. Yes.
Yes.
You are going to find one or two good Morgan Freeman impressions.
That's
you
all
will
we
find.
need.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
You
But
want-
for
you want-
David Attenborough, almost anyone who can do a British accent can get to
Can I
David
ask,
Attenborough.
is it Attenborough or Attenborough? I've been saying
There's
it
two
wrong.
O's. I'm saying Borough.
I know. I'm just checking for
I've
myself.
said Edinburgh.
Just checking
but
for
I think
myself.
it doesn't really
Attenborough.
matter.
It's probably
Okay.
Attenborough.
It's like it's
But
saying
it's
like
I,
Australian.
I genuinely don't
kicker
know.
in the shin
David
sauce.
Attenborough.
I'll continue to say how I said.
Attenborough.
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 Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Kicker in the shin.
Worcestershire.
All right, I think we'll start to wrap up. Paul, any last
Okay, start
arguments?
losing.
Oh, I don't think I'm losing at all.
I do, because I would say if I argued that Steve Irwin is the best narrator, you would all immediately say he is the best narrator
I just
of
came.
specifically
I just
one
came in my
field.
pants.
Was.
Yes, was.
Was. He was very good at specifically
I,
one
and
What's his
field of
voiceover,
narration.
though?
the problem that I have is his son is
Robert.
trying his absolute best to just try and keep his legacy going. But you
I
can
don't think so.
no, like he's doing pretty well. Like I've watched some of his shit.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
I don't think he's because that argument gets thrown around a lot of like, oh, Robert's just trying to, be Steve.
No, he's not trying to be Steve. He's just trying to continue on like his legacy and not let it all die out.
Whilst
But
doing
the
his
thing
own
is, though,
thing.
is that mentality of people going, he's just trying to be Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
He's not trying to be Robert.
Yeah.
But when
He
you
is.
see, it's like when you
They're the
watch
same
fucking Piastri, like in Formula One.
Yeah,
Like everyone's like,
I'm
oh,
out.
he's
Tapping
just like, he's just the Australian Max Verstappen. He's just no emotion. He's not really anything like
They keep
this.
calling him Kimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we get it. You know what?
Oh wait,
Chubb's
you're doing the sports shit next week, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, it would have been like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
now.
3 weeks ago.
So obviously he's specialized. He's got something that he's narrating because that's
Yes.
what he knows.
Correct.
He's written a lot of the content. He's done a lot of the research, and he's
Perlman?
talking about what he knows.
No, he's talking about David.
Ron Perlman would probably be specialized as well.
No.
Doesn't David
Okay,
Attenborough just
what kind
read?
of voiceover? What narration does he do?
The one specifically I'm talking about, or are you talking about overall?
No, overall. How
Ron
would you
Perlman
class
is a
him?
trained actor. That's my difference.
Yes.
Ron Perlman is able to position himself.
Same. My guy's trying to.
Yes. And move himself around to
He's
fit
also-
the role. David Attenborough cannot do that. That's my point. David Attenborough can do specifically his voiceover for nature documentaries, and that's it. That is why
I
I'm saying
disagree.
he's not.
People don't hire Ron
Why
Perlman.
are you
hang on
backing
a second.
James?
Just try for a second.
You have done it 3
Shut
times
up. Everyone
now.
else had a fucking go tonight. Let me have a go.
Same.
Everyone is hiring Ron Perlman not for his acting chops. They're hiring Ron Perlman for Ron Perlman. They're hiring
I disagree.
Flat
out disagree with that. That is fucked.
Morgan Freeman for Morgan Freeman.
That is a rough accusation.
They're not hiring.
They're not hiring Ron Perlman because he can act.
Can
They're
you do
hiring
a
him because he's
cool
Ron
job?
Perlman.
Yes. They're hiring
Yes.
for his
Are you
voice. They're not
serious?
hiring him for him to put a character on to do the thing. They just want him. Him being a trained actor doesn't really do too much in him narrating a concept.
No, but the thing is, but
Flat
I
out
will
disagree.
So
No.
the thing is,
Yes.
though, is that
Not even close. Okay.
Yeah.
So voice actors are talentless.
No. But that's different. That's voice acting.
So you're saying
They are
that
not
a
hired.
narration.
There's not a game. There's not a character. Oh, Matt Mercer is Matt Mercer in this game. He's a voice actor. But Matt Mercer playing multiple characters is what he is hired to do.
fuck, Matt Mercer would have been a good narrator too.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
that would have
right.
yeah,
been
he's
pretty
really
good.
fucking good.
He's got some chops.
So you're saying a narration is not a character.
Yes.
Well, it's
So
Well,
you're
no,
telling me
I'm saying a
that-
narration
let me
when it's
finish.
hired by
You
the
cut me
person
off.
you
You let me
cut me
finish.
off, motherfucker.
I was already talking.
I was already talking.
No, you weren't.
I started.
I said you saying, and then you cut me the fuck off
I
straight
said-
away.
Look, go back 2 minutes when I was in the middle of my
All right,
sentence
continue,
then.
continue.
All
Go.
I'm saying is they hire Ron Perlman for Ron Perlman.
No.
Yes.
No.
If it's narrated by Ron Perlman, it's Ron Perlman.
No.
If it's narrated
That
by...
is not how it works.
What do you mean?
They hire a narrator for
Yeah.
their ability to narrate. They
Yes.
don't say, this character is Ron Perlman. They say, this character is the narrator.
Okay.
They are hired then for their acting chops and ability to narrate the script.
So the
not
stuff that-
based on who they are.
So the-
Shut the fuck up! I'm getting very angry because you just yelled at me for cutting you off and now you're doing it.
Well, now we're waiting on you.
Yes.
Hurry up.
Fuck off, cunt.
Chop, chop.
They are not basing the entire script on Ron Perlman, as you are suggesting.
Mm-hmm.
They are basing the narration on their ability to narrate and their acting chops. An actor is paid and hired on their performance, not on their name. Do every actor have to?
Do every actor have
Does
to?
every actor, shut the fuck up. You've elevated me now. Does every actor have to perform to try out for the role before they get it, or are they hired based on who they are instantly?
Are they advertising Ron Perlman as the narrator?
No.
For what? For his projects?
Correct.
They're not saying narrated by Ron Perlman.
Correct.
Are they saying narrated by Morgan Freeman? It's a selling point, is what I'm saying.
So the
What
thing,
I'm trying to say is Ron Perlman does not have the big stature that you think he does.
I know.
Ron Perlman is fairly unknown to just common viewers.
Okay.
No one is going in to a Ron Perlman movie
Yeah.
to hear him narrate.
No.
You're shooting yourself in the foot there.
No,
no,
I'm not.
he's not.
No, he is, because
Okay.
you're basically saying that no one really kind of cares about
So
him.
A
being
casual,
narrator.
normal viewer would not know who Ron Perlman is what I'm saying. A casual, normal viewer would not know who Paul's Pick is. A casual, normal viewer
don't know.
would not know who David Attenborough is. A casual,
No.
normal viewer.
No. So the thing is though, is I can understand where he's coming from. So, say for instance, if I were to go home to say Taylor probably wouldn't be a good.
Taylor would be a terrible pick for this.
Terrible pick for this.
She doesn't know who
so if
Liam
I
is.
went
She's
to,
known me for 15 years. Taylor would be
so
fucking
if
awful.
if I went home to my wife and I asked her who Ron Perlman was, she
Yes.
fucking would have no idea. But if I played her voice, it's like, oh, wait, that's
what
the
I'm
guy
saying.
from Sons of Anarchy? I'm like, yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
And then I would actually have to have a physical representation of him as a person in their recent memory in order to allocate it to the voice. So whenever someone goes, oh, do you know Ron Perlman? And they go, no. It's just like, well, have you seen Sons of Anarchy? Oh no, Pacific Rim? Oh yeah. It's just like, oh, the guy who's the black market dealer. It's like, oh yeah. If they don't know that, they'll go Hellboy. So they have like an actual physical representation. Same with Morgan Freeman. David Attenborough, if I was to say David Attenborough, would be like, the nature shit dude. He's like, oh, the old guy? It's like, yeah, the old guy, that kind of thing. But what Liam's trying to get at is like essentially that no one's going in for the TV show or the game or the movie just on the basis of Ron Perlman being tied onto it. It's like he's actually his voice actor and everything
fair.
like that is because when I listen to him in Fallout and some of his other shit, he's a different character
That is what
in
I'm trying to
Fallout
convey.
than what he is. So he changes because he's a character voice actor like Mark
Yes.
Hamill or Matt Mercer, everything like that. He changes his gravitas, his cadence, the deepness of his voice, everything like that to tie with the style and the era of the show that he's in.
Okay.
So he
Variety is what I'm
Yes,
getting at,
yes.
I'm
opposed
with
to David Attenborough is doing what he always does
It's just-
every time. If you took David Attenborough's narration and put him in Invincible, for example, it'd feel weird as
would be
fuck
very odd.
Yeah.
and it would not
who
work.
does it's
Think,
just
Mark.
Yeah,
who does
exactly.
it?
Mark is beginning to think. No, David, we need you to actually say the words.
But no, like
Think, Mark.
So, but the only problem is though is I'm trying to go through the extent of your one, and
Don't worry about me.
has he
Don't
done
worry about me.
has he done anything else
Don't worry about
besides
me.
George of the
Mine was a
Jungle?
good joke answer.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
No, but the reason why like I picked Morgan Freeman is because of the same thing when you said Ron Perlman. I'm like he has that variety. He can be Nelson Mandela 1 minute, and then all of a sudden he can be
For
God
you, I
the
would
next
say
minute.
though, Morgan Freeman does have a bigger selling power.
Name power.
Name
That's
power.
what I was trying to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, is you've got me like Catcher in the Rye.
Yes.
So if Morgan Freeman's on anything, it'll literally saying
Morgan Freeman on top.
Morgan
That's
Freeman
what I
on
meant.
top. But Ron Perlman,
Perlman's
he
a fair
wouldn't.
example.
He would be in the credits of being like Ron Perlman as narrator, but it
Yeah.
And
wouldn't
then be
be.
that 5 minutes of you like.
It wouldn't be.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Yeah.
That's
wouldn't
what I'm
be
getting at.
starting credits.
Yeah. Well,
Morgan
the
Freeman.
second Morgan Freeman speaks, you're like, oh, Morgan Freeman. Great.
It's just like
Yeah.
when you get to watching the credits and you know when it's a fluff of a recruitment when it says and featuring Robert De Niro as this person or Morgan Freeman as the narrator, that kind of shit. But I'm sorry, James.
Why are we apologizing?
I'm sorry. I gave you so much.
He set that ladder up and he climbed up the ladder and you didn't join him
Yeah,
on the
that
You
ladder.
took
weird-
one
that-
step on the ring and
that
then you're
weird-
like, oh, it's a bit high.
Fucking analogy.
He
that you
made
made.
him
I'm
angry you.
I'm sorry that I made up that. I apologize for making up that weird call to life moment, kind of saying that it doesn't exist outside
No,
of the
it
extent
doesn't.
of what
You
I
just
used. That.
made a very odd analogy that no one understands. Okay, Paul. Any
I
remaining
think we're
things?
good.
Okay. I want to hear all about your.
Nah, we're good.
Was
Oh,
he
well,
good?
look, I just think my guy's a funny character.
I am going to say though, I am going to have to go watch all 3 of the George of the Jungle films.
There's
Now.
3?
Huh?
Yes.
Nah, just
it was-
watch the first
I thought
one.
it was 2.
I'm only
There's
talking
3.
about the first one.
All right, Paul. Who are you voting for?
Fuck.
Attenborough.
Dasko.
Perlman.
Liam.
Oh, okay. Fuck, I thought it was a visual podcast for a second. Freeman.
James.
George.
You cockatrice.
You're a
Yeah,
bitch.
You're
I knew
a
he'd do
cock.
it. I knew he'd do it. I knew he'd do it.
This spiteful little man.
Okay, I tell you what. If there wasn't a hung jury, who would you have picked?
I really like George. He sounds like
Great
a-
narrator,
wait,
right?
he
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like a
Wait,
really
He's
funny
the
guy.
best
Have you
narrator.
seen the
Good
film?
question. Have you actually fucking seen the movie?
Have you seen it?
Come on, James. Just lie. Just lie, dude. Just
You
say
haven't
yes.
fucking
Yes.
seen it.
You
I
have,
have.
fuck off. You have honor in your soul.
So you are telling me you are basing this on argument and you thought he's got the best argument at the table.
I really like it when narrators break the fourth wall.
I think
That's
you
all
really
they do.
like fucking our entire concept.
James.
I really like it when
You have done this so many times.
I really like it when the writers break the fourth wall
Yeah?
and they talk to
What?
the characters.
Hang on.
Yep.
What did he do?
What did he do?
He warns the characters about
Of what?
upcoming events
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
and what's kind of going on in the scene.
He doesn't do that.
Okay.
So
Well,
your basis of winning the argument or giving him the vote
Oh.
is wrong.
could be.
It's just factually incorrect.
Could be.
No, it is.
It's my personal opinion.
Hey, you know what? I've seen the fucking movie, so I know.
I've seen the.
I have seen the movie. It was a very long time ago.
Well, then why'd you say you didn't?
Okay, here's
I didn't say that at all.
Here's a question: what does the monkey wear?
Pants.
Oh, you know it's a really good question.
Dude, I can't even answer that question.
How?
Mate, it's been so long.
Excuse me, it's not that hard. The fucking monkey
Little
is
hat,
a housekeeper.
little jacket. Oh, an apron.
Glasses.
Yes.
Yeah, and glasses. Yeah, he wears glasses to read, obviously.
It's been a long
the
time. It's
newspaper.
been a long time
Motherfucker,
since I've
that's
seen
a-
it.
that's
Basically an
claptrap.
argument. It's a good,
Yeah, it's a great
argument you
argument.
made there, Paul.
Thank you.
I like the part at the end where you said, "Oh, basically given up."
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I voted
That's
for
really
him to appreciate his moxie.
I think you
I
voted for him.
appreciate the boxing.
Uh,
Thank you.
I-
James, I'm calling
Losing.
in my Jeff card.
Okay.
I voted for Jeff for the moxie, and I want you to take this seriously. Otherwise, my friendship
You know
has
what?
been torn asunder.
This is funny.
I learned something today. I learned in this house of where we are currently sitting that Paul is not the sorest loser.
It feels like the weight of 1,000 worlds has been lifted off my shoulders.
You vote for me.
But no, I'm putting the Jeff, the broadcaster wolf
Either that
on
or
the
he's
table,
like, well, this is how
and
I
I want you to pick
Progenital wolf.
purely on
Progenital?
argument, not on spite.
Fine, then yourself.
Beautiful.
Okay.
If you want to go down that route and you want
And
to force my
I'm
hand,
changing
Dangerous
my
word.
if you
answer.
want to
I'm
force my
sorry,
hand,
but David Attenborough is the best one.
Saboteur.
The only reason why I picked it is because it was my first pick, and I was
Saboteur.
being spiteful.
Saboteur.
I know, I'm
Yeah.
aware because you had actively said that it was your
I
first
know,
pick.
and that's why I said it was perfect because you're
I
number
know.
one.
Saboteur.
So we're tied now, I believe.
No, it's
Wait.
not. It's actually 2 for you.
2 for Attenborough.
Yeah, but he chose Morgan, so it's tied.
Because I chose Morgan.
Did you?
No,
I
you
chose-
chose
No,
Attenborough.
you chose Attenborough. I chose Attenborough.
So it's
No, I
tied
chose
still.
Morgan.
Morgan.
Tied
You
again.
chose
So it's
Morgan.
still tied.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
Doesn't matter.
Dusko, I'm going to play my Star Wild card.
I play Blue Eyes White Dragon.
But no,
Defenseman. I
I'm-
play Pot of Greed.
But the Ron Perlman was a side shift, and like the toss up between you two is I actually struggled with it the whole entire time. I tried to pick you apart with David, and tried to pick you apart, but then Paul ended up doing that, and I don't know.
Paul just
Sorry.
wanted me hit it. That's all he wanted.
But no, James.
It works every time. I always know what's happening.
James always, whenever James
so
hosts,
sorry.
No,
whenever
it's fine.
James hosts, and he
you got
picks
me, though, to be
himself.
fair.
That's
we,
good.
we rose.
My
Whenever-
problem, see, this is my issue with Paul.
And another thing, Dusko, is
So
My issue with Paul is he will always do this. He'll cut me off and he knows he's doing it. And then what he'll do is he'll fucking double down. And then when I do finally talk, he'll fucking laugh at me. And I'll just get so fucking angry.
you will actually like me quite a bit in the middle of this one, Paul, because I actually physically turned my microphone off during your rant
I
between each
appreciate
other
that. Thank you.
because it
Same.
was maxing out my microphone, and I was like, "Fuck!" But no, whenever James hosts and he chooses to go first, he always picks the logical and correct answer for it.
Correct, he does.
He does.
And then proceeds to not argue.
No, because he doesn't have to, because it's the correct answer. That's
There we
why
go.
when he
That
chose
was a good
Hefe, Hefe was the correct answer.
Hefe was the correct answer.
It was the correct answer
in our hearts and our lives, in our minds.
in our
Long
minds.
live Hefe.
And then
The wolf.
And then
the
fucking-
wolf. The
Ed Sheeran looking motherfucker over here.
Jesus.
Sitting there just being like, oh, hey,
that
I'm
to
going to put the
another?
joke on the table. Oh, you guys fight over it. Oh, fuck you, Liam. And then me and James were like arguing at each other. Then all of a sudden, me and him were looking at each other in the eyes while you two were arguing. We were like, oh, shit.
I don't like it when the
No, no.
daddies fight.
My dads are mad.
Yes. But no.
They just shook their hands on orange Tic Tacs. What's
I
happened?
And-
love how that was the
The
same
armistice is broken.
we literally leant across the table to shake hands. We
crossed the
not
divide.
30 minutes later, we're at each other's throats.
I will say one thing. I have no idea who the traitor is.
No, I'm fucked.
I had too much
Nothing.
fun with this,
Oh,
and
fuck.
it was the moment when James asked in his opener for group interaction with his intro.
yeah.
I knew this
He's
was
like-
going to be a fun
one.
episode. I had many a day in this, and
Throwing
there's a
Oh
little
my
bit
goodness.
of
It's very funny.
Paul,
Yeah.
who do you think? Just take a
Who-
blind stab in the dark.
You.
Okay.
Just Moxie.
Thank
Just
you.
for the
I
Moxie.
appreciate my Moxie. Dasco,
He went to the
Sorry.
dark place.
Kill
Sorry.
James.
he went to the nothing box.
No,
the
I just
North
literally
Korean Prime Minister.
I had what the thing was called literally just at the back of my head, and I was trying to vocalize it, but it didn't work.
Is this the no bullshit? Is that thing again from an hour and a half
Hour
ago?
and a half ago.
If you kill
I think it's
everyone here, you can
Paul.
sell the gear.
I think it's Paul.
What?
I think it's Paul. I think he did some sneaky shit, and he was
Yeah.
flying under the radar the whole entire time.
Could have.
And then he threw it out when he was doing the argument with you.
I just think he's rage baiting.
Okay. Liam.
I also think it's you. I think you were trying to make a stalemate to win.
Potentially.
Classic move.
It's not winning though, is it?
Yeah, well, true.
Well, fair, yeah. Who do you think it is? Have you gone? No, you haven't gone.
No, I haven't gone. I think Dasco.
Okay.
Ooh, a logical
I think
choice.
Dasco. I think,
Logical
unfortunately,
choice.
none of us really have any concrete reasons or
No.
Yeah,
understanding.
look fair.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
good, interesting.
So why don't we all put our cute little hands in the middle and do a flippy flip?
Un-
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you son of a
Liam.
bitch, Liam. He snuck through.
I didn't get a single vote.
No.
Fuck yeah.
Did you get all your tasks, though?
I did,
Ooh.
but
Yeah. Huh?
there.
Asterix.
Yeah, let's say asterisks. So one of them was to make a loud sneeze. I did it
Yeah, you
about
did
like
do that, yep.
15 minutes in. See, my issue with this one is I turned away from the microphone. I couldn't hear it in my own headset. I was like, oh, fuck, it's not loud. So I did it again.
Oh, good. I look forward to that.
Accidentally turn your mic off.
Oh, you bastard. Oh, you bastard. I thought we were so
Wow.
good.
Yeah. I had tried so hard to highlight it. I was getting really fucking anxious with that one because my mic was off for a bit and no one was noticing. I was like, oh, let's make a big deal out of this now.
No, good. I'm glad you did at least.
And then my last one was to consult an imaginary friend.
Oh, my God. You did that with Hendrix. Oh, sorry, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Hendricks.
Morgan Hendricks.
Jimmy.
Hendrix Freeman.
They're the same person. They're the
Jimmy
same person.
Freeman.
Yes.
Shit. Well done.
They were rough ones.
Yeah, that's a weird.
That was rough, yeah.
A weird night. Well done.
All
Beauty,
right.
beauty.
Well, thank you everyone for joining. Yes, Dasco.
Intrusive thought.
Okay.
We got there.
I got there. That was literally, I have been scraping the bottom of the table with my fucking toenails. Fuck.
Oh,
it's been killing
fantastic.
me.
My table.
No.
there
like,
scratches
under the
under my
table.
table?
No, like the floor's going to have cuts in it, not the
It's
table.
a glorified
under
chair,
the
let's
table.
be honest.
It's 8 pallets.
Intrusive thoughts. Fuck.
Okay. And on that word of the day, intrusive thought, let's wrap up. We'll see you next week. Join our Patreon, Instagram, TikTok, MySpace. Are we on LinkedIn yet?
No, but we are on OnlyFans.
Oh, fantastic.
Good.
Under the table pics.
Rule 34?
Oh, no, I think that's community sourced.
Okay.
Guys at home, if you want...
If you've got any, you've got a video of what we look like.
Poll for this week. What's your most recent intrusive thought? Have you punched a metal plate at a park
Do you
recently?
get intrusive thoughts? Yes or no?
No, everyone does. But have you punched a
My wife doesn't.
doesn't she?
Scares her.
She just
Have
doesn't
you punched
tell
a
you
wife?
about it. Have you committed destruction of property at a Woolworths by punching a nappy box? You know, what
If
have you
it's
done?
at Coles, we don't really care.
Yeah, we
it's
don't care.
screwable.
Fuck
All right.
them.
Aldi, never do that at Aldi. They're our saviors.
Leave the Germans alone.
No, it's KFC workers. They're our saviors.
No. All right. Goodbye, everyone. See you next week.